Apex. Aston Martin boys look good in green. I'll give them that. Where's the Apex boys? Right at the back. Oh, I love the grid reveals. What I'm gonna do is set a couple of laps, come back at the end, and try and get a team pole. So yeah, new season, new game, new season, same team. We're in the 2025 season with Aston Martin on F1 and we're playing as Fernando this time, not Lance Stroll. And just to reiterate everything I've said before, this season is a custom 16-race season. There is 11 teams. We have Apex GP joining the grid this season, making it 22 cars with Brad Pitt and Josh. Brad Pitt is Sonny Hayes. That's not going to be good for me. And Josh Pierce. I can't remember the actor's name, so sorry for that. But you know who I mean. They're from the F1 movie. And they'll be on the grid today. So we have the Brad Pitt mobile here. And they may be the focus of my team career when I get around to it. So yeah, so a whole new season on this new game. It also means that the Project Melody will also be getting a whole new season on this game. We'll go from there. Right now, let's just worry about getting Fernando some much needed pole position areas. We are currently at 11th. Look, it says up there in the corner. I have some shoddy driving areas, so let's focus up, hit hard, and try and pole good. Like he did at the Canadian GP, pole in 6th. Started 6th on the grid and finishing 7th. Getting some much needed points on the board for Aston Martin and himself. We have dropped to 13th. No, we have moved to 1st. Alright, so we're going to do one more. And then I'm going to go back into the garage, increase the time, and come back out and try and do a cheeky pole in the dying minutes in this game. Because I know for a fact that these cars will all come out again, and they'll get us so much more faster. So we are going to try and get the cheeky pole position, but coming out in the dying minutes.
Less than one lap of fuel left now. The tank's pretty much empty.
Thanks, mate. I like how he charms in, but sometimes I wish he wouldn't. He always seems to charm in right when you're about to turn, or you're in the middle of making a pass on someone, and it's like, buddy, could you wait a couple seconds? I know you don't know, but still. Anyway, alright, so that's our 2 laps. Back to the garage. And we're going to fast forward time and come back out and try and get that cheeky pole position. Increase the time. So about 3 minutes remaining and we're going to go back out. That way we can try and steal the cheeky position. Because I guarantee you I'm not first anymore. Alright, so let's try and get the cheeky pole position with a minute remaining on the clock, see what I mean? All we're going to do is start the lap before the time runs out and we can have a time thing. So let's go. Here we go. And I added Apex just to be different. I mean, you can do the breaking point, you have Transport, which is the 11th team in the storyline, the official storyline on this game. But I thought, why not have Apex instead? Because that's a different thing. The movie comes out this month. Might as well do the movie. And I do like the car. I do like the Apex cars. They look cool, black and gold. Yeah, let's get that cheeky pole position. Almost binned it. That's not good. Here we go. We're coming in, chat. Let's get this cheeky pole position off. Orlando. Off Orlando. Off Verstappen and Tsunoda. Tsunoda finishing higher than Verstappen, it seems. Alright, here we come. Final win. Can we get the pole position in Australia in our first race of the season, of the new season, as Fernando?
Yes! Excellent lap. We're all very, very pleased with that
Yes,
one.
we can.
Nice work. Come on, I'll see you back in the pits.
He's very excited. He's very excited for that.
Line up for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
Remember, it's 20 laps. Below 22 cars.
The winter is over. It's time for Formula One 2025. Yes, that long break that you've all been coping with so well can now be put to the back of your minds. It's on-track action and it's off-track drama. That's what we're looking forward to. The Melbourne circuit is certainly one that needs to be taken seriously. It's a combination of slippery surfaces and difficult corners, making it a very tricky track when it comes to overtaking. Drivers find it hard to pass and will need to take full advantage of those DRS zones if they want to have any hope of breaking through. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. An immense lap from Fernando Alonso yesterday puts him on pole position, and Yuki Tsunoda completes the front row.
So
As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Lando Norris and Hamilton, Russell, Antonelli, Piastri and Lance Stroll, Bortoletto, Lawson, Esteban Ocon and Gasly, Doohan, Albon, Joshua Pearce and Nico Hülkenberg.
Where's Hayes?
Sainz, Hayes.
There he is. There's Brad Pitt.
And Isaac Hadjar rounds off the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? And joining me in the commentary box once again, Naomi Schiff. Hi, Gnomes. As much as I like testing, and I do love testing, and I've really enjoyed the build-up here and all the speculation, I really want to see some action. And finally today, we get some proper action on the track.
This is always such an exciting time in the season. First of all, it's the first time they'll be racing their new cars. So that's always an exciting thing for drivers to look forward to. But also, they've had a long time off during the winter break. So it's about dusting the cobwebs off, getting the rust off of their bones, and really getting their elbows out there and having some fun.
Okay, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check, I can hear you well.
Well, mate, pole position is a great way to start the season, but as you know, there's no points for pole. Now we've got to go and take the win.
He's absolutely right. Let's do it. Here we go, chat. The 5 red lights, and we're off. And we got a good start of Tsunoda and Verstappen as Alonso takes off around the first corner. With Verstappen and Tsunoda a bit far behind. Another one. I'm not going to jinx it. Alright, let's go. First race of the season. We got pole position. We're off to a good start. Let's see if we can bring it home. Can we give Mr. Fernando a podium for the first time in a while? Okay, so the last season I played as Stroll and Max Verstappen for Aston Martin. and a little bit of Fernando. I believe there's a video of Fernando. Can't remember. Either way, so this season we're Fernando, and we're going to try and give Aston Martin the run it deserves. They're a good team. They've got at least one good driver. Stroll is
DRS
decent.
will be enabled this lap. You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
And they said in real life they're pushing for next year, and this year and hopefully next year. I'm not sure what Stroll will be driving for in the future due to his wrist injuries. We'll find out as we go along. But yeah, so just to go over it all again, this is where Fernando Alonso went driving for Aston Martin in this new season. We have 11 teams in this season for 16 races. We have Apex GP, we have Sonny Hayes and Josh Pierce. The Bradley Pitmobile is on this track somewhere. And we started off in pole position and we've got off to a flying start. As the Spaniard looks to get some much needed points for Aston Martin on the board in the first race. This is looking to be like a cracker. As Verstappen and Tsunoda fight for second. And coming up in fourth is Lando Norris. I believe Norris won the 2025 Aussie GP in real life.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
Or was it Piastri? I can't remember. It was McLaren anyway. Yeah, so Mr. Fernando here, that we're currently driving as, in the Canadian GP yesterday, started in P6, finished in P7, got himself some much needed points.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Got Aston Martin some much needed points. Stroll finished P18, but he got I think it was a 10-second time penalty for forcing, was it Sainz wide? I can't remember who he forced wide, but he cut someone off and they had to go on the grass. And he copped a 10-second penalty for that. So Verstappen comes second. George Russell ended up winning the Canadian GP, and Verstappen was second, and I believe it was Piastri third. With Hamilton finishing 6th or 5th. So yeah. Stranger things happen apparently. Aston Martin's off to a flying start in this race. Unlike the actual race, actually I can't remember how the Aussie GP went. It's been a while now. What, back in March? So yeah. Around the corner we go. But yeah, so this custom season we have 11 teams. Thought it'd be fun to have the Apex guys. Everyone I've seen has when they had the team they always had Sport, so I thought I'd be a bit different and we'll have Apex. And it brings variety because the last season we had 10 teams, this season we have 11. We have 22 cars instead of 20. And away we go. So yeah, we're off to a good start here. Verstappen and Tsunoda seem to still be fighting over second place. Tsunoda's fallen back a little bit. Norris has fallen back quite a bit. Leclerc is struggling, but that's Leclerc for some reason. Speaking of Mr. Charles Leclerc, King Charles, I do want to do a driver season as Leclerc. And I want to call it Return of the King, because his nickname's King Charles. And we're going to try and make him a world champion. If you guys want to see that, let me know. If not, that's cool. I still have this one, and I still have the melody with Kickstarter. So there's that too. but I just want to do some awesome content for you guys with these races because these are cool. I like this. This is fun to me. And I do have an Adventure Time stream coming up, either later today or tomorrow. I'm not too sure yet. It depends on how things go. I've got to rearrange some stuff, and it might be later tonight. It might be tomorrow. Either way, it's coming up next. One of the next ones. The next stream itself might be Melody's beginning stream. So you might see this all over again, this track. Because I think Australia is the official starting location for the GP now for some reason. For the season. And we are just pounding these poor manual tyres. We don't have to rush this hard. They're 15 seconds behind us. But we are having a blinder of the beginnings to this season. All those upgraded copper straw grabbers are paying off in this one. If only Aston Martin had this start like this in real life, they might have been right up in the championship. But I think they're 5th on the constructors in real life. We're 5th in this game. I know, right? Oop, hit the wall. Gotta be careful, don't want to bin it. We're 6 laps in, that'd be a bad start. Although ironically I've always had a bad start on this track. My luck on this track is non-existent. And for people who are unaware, when I did this for Melody and Lance Stroll and Daniel Ricciardo's career mode that I ended up all losing, none of them finished this race. They all did.
We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
So, can Alonso change that luck, and can we finally finish this? Race, and can we get the podium? It looks like we're going to get the podium on this race, but I still have to pit, which means that time will drop down by quite a bit. So, just because we're 16 seconds ahead of Max doesn't mean we'll be 16 seconds ahead of Max for the rest of the race. Alright. We'll go through the pit lane, that'll drop to about 3, maybe even 1 second, and he'll be right on us. Hell, he might even be in front of us when we come out of the pit lane. And I could drop all the way down to about past 5th, I could drop out of the top 10 altogether. Depends on how fast the pit goes and all that. But that time will drop shortly. So let's get this going. When did he say the pit window was? Sorry. 9 to... So next lap is our pit lap. I'm a bit concerned, chat. All of last season we did not have a mechanical failure over the 2 I played, even Melodies. There was no mechanical. So I'm a bit concerned we're due for a mechanical failure.
Okay, Fernando, we've got some clear track in front of us, and let's make the best of it. So please make this next one a very fast lap.
Yes, sir. Is it okay? I love that they answer the radio, dude. That's so cool, man. Oh, that's a cool little addition. That is cool. I wish they could do more. Like, I wish we could have, like, when you get hit. Actually, I don't know, they might. When you get hit, like, they go across the radio. Like, what was he doing and all that? That'd be a cool addition to have to Maybe next year we'll get that in the game. I mean, we finally got him answering the radio, so...
Oh, mate, you made that look easy. Nice work. That's why I love working with you. Smashed it. Push now. We're boxing this lap.
Okay. Alright, we're going to end up in the pit lane. See, Verstappen is closing in with the fastest lap so far. Lando Norris also with
Gap
the
to your
fastest lap.
teammate behind, 33.0 seconds.
Okay. I'm assuming Stroll is in the bottom half of the grid somewhere. So we're back with the OG lineup of Mr. Alonso and Lance Stroll. Them boys are rolling into a new
Okay,
season.
pit in this lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach.
Okay. So here we go, chat into the pit, and we'll see what time and where I come out after. This is the fun part. Into the pit we go. Pit stop. Oh, look at that. That's a cool addition to the pit stop thing. Oh, Verstappen pitted too. Oh, damn. He's going to be right behind us then. You see, look at that. Sonoda was 16 seconds behind us. He's literally in front of us.
Last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
No,
Let's
he's
go.
right there. We're just going to... Sorry, Sonoda. And look at that. They're caught right up to us now. And Sonoda is right on our tail now. He was. He was behind us, chat. Problem is he can claw back now, and he can catch us. And Sonoda is ironically in second. That's the first for Yuki. He hasn't got a podium in a while. They say that dreaded second seat of Red Bull is cursed. Norris is doing well in third, Leclerc fourth, and Hamilton fifth. The two Ferraris are battling for fourth on the thing. The grid. Hamilton has dropped back. He seems to be struggling. The 7-time world champion is not doing too well at Ferrari. I see a lot of story career modes where they're using Hamilton to get an 8th world title with Ferrari. And that's why I want to do Leclerc to be a bit different because everyone else is using Hamilton. It just seemed not the best move.
Okay, no issues with
Lando
tyre
is
wear for
now
now.
in second.
Keep taking care of them.
Yuki and Leclerc are in the pits. Where the hell's Hamilton? He's moved up to third. With Piastri in fourth, Verstappen in fifth. Stroll is in the pits. So I've got a McLaren
Lance
and
is
a
in for his stop.
Ferrari. Cool, thank you. A McLaren and a Ferrari breathing down me. More McLaren and a Ferrari. Hamilton's too far back at this point now. But he could close that gap still. And it looks like Norris is trying to close that gap as he is coming in. That McLaren pace is paying off as he has dropped the gap from 10 to 4 seconds. And he is right there. The gap is now 3 seconds. He is closing in on us. He's like right there. Could McLaren pull the upset of this miracle run with Fernando and take pole position, first place? Or can Fernando and Aston hold on to have a blinder on the beginning and a beautiful start to the season in the first place win? Hamilton in the pit, Piastri in the pit, Verstappen moves to third. Oh boy, Joshua Pierce is at. Oh, what happened? We'll have to go on the. Check the thing later. I'll find out what happened to miss the thing. Lawson's moved to 4th. That's a shocker. With Leclerc in 5th. Look at Lawson go. The poor dude got dropped from Red Bull after 2 races. That's ridiculous. And he's back down at VCARB. And I hope they're treating him much better than what Red Bull treated him, even though I know they're the second world champion. Here we go. Norris has closed the gap to only 1 second. And there is a caution. And that was Pierce, I believe.
The track is clear.
Norris is right off. Slowing down the sea, Pierce. We have let the McLaren catch us. This is going to be a fight for first. With 6 laps to go. 7 laps. Math bad for me. Alright, here we go. We're going to move faster. They're going to get the DRS. Oh, no, they won't. They're 2 seconds out. And we've pulled away from McLaren for now, but we know that McLaren pace will catch us up. Norris is in the pits again. And Verstappen has moved to 2nd. The Dutchman got lucky. And he's made his move and he's paid off for him. Leclerc has moved to 4th. Russell has Leclerc's moved to 3rd. Russell's moved to 4th. Tsunoda is now down in 5th. Poor Yuki, he was 2nd on the ladder. That dreaded 2nd on the grid. That dreaded 2nd seat of the Red Bull curse seems to be hitting him hard here, as he seems to be struggling to make up pace. What is going on? As Verstappen is slowly, but very, very quickly closing that time distance between him and me. And I am getting slightly concerned, chat. We can't let Verstappen get in front of him, because the minute he does, it's game over for us. We will never be able to catch up to him again, I don't think. And he is really closing in on us. Like, look at that. See, look at that pace. There's 6 seconds, now it's 4 in 1 lap. In a couple of laps, he'll have us. We've got to hang on. Tsunoda moves to 4th. Russell is now 5th. Tsunoda must have made a move on Russell. Verstappen is still closing that gap between him and us, as it is now just nearly 3 seconds. Piastri making up time for somehow for the world's fastest lap.
Okay, Fernando, lap times are a little erratic at the moment. We need consistency, so let's try and stabilise them.
Copy.
I'll let you answer first, Fernando. Oh, right. It's definitely down. Yeah, it's 3.5, 3.4. He's 3.3. He's fucking closing that gap quick. Oh boy. 3.1. 3 seconds. 2.9. 2 points. Shit. 2.5. 2.4. Oh, he's really closing that gap. 2.3. Oh shit. 2.2. In the span of a lap, he has dropped it down to just 2 seconds from 6. And it's still dropping. It's gone up to 2.4 again. 2.3. 2.1. Oh boy. He's right on us now. I still can't see him behind us, but he's right there. 2 seconds. 1.9. Oh, here we go. 2 seconds. What a drive from Max Verstappen. Dropping the time from 6 seconds to 2. And he was almost under nearly the 1 second mark. He'll get us here, most probably. That Red Bull pace. Get 1.8. Here we go. Here he comes, chap. 1.7. He's coming. 1.6. He's like a shark chasing his prey. 1.4. 1.3. There he is. We can see him there. 1.2. 1.1. 1 second. It's going to be under a second in a minute. He's got us. What a drive from Staffen to reel it in all the way into nearly 1 second behind. It's gone back up to 2, but that won't last long. We know how fast that Red Bull is. And here we go.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 32.0 seconds.
Cool, I don't care about our teammate. Tell us about Max. 1.9. Oh boy.
Verstappen behind you now. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Their tyres are 6 laps old. And the time last lap, 1:24.3.
He's faster than us too. By a tenth of a second. Oh shit. He's really fast. He's closing that gap. This is gonna get... It's gonna come down to the wire, chat. He is right behind us. We've got 3 laps to hold on. We've held the lead all this time. Can we continue to hold it? Probably not. Max is right on our asses. Quite literally. Like a bulldog. He refuses to let go. And I reckon by the time we hit the back straight in this lap, he'll probably have us. He has done really well to drop that from... He was 10 seconds at one point. Now he's only 2. But he's on old hards like us. But our hards are older than his, and I don't want to pit with 3 laps to go for new tyres because we'll never catch up again. But we can at least try and hold Max off for as long as possible. And if he does, we'll still get a podium finish. We just want to be first. But he's a 4-time world champion. Alonso's a 2-time world champion. Alonso needs to get a 3rd. Let's be honest here. It's all good to push for constructors, but Alonso should be pushing for the drivers as well. Because in real life, Stroll's got no chance, but Alonso's got a pretty good chance of getting in there. And I was wrong, he didn't catch us yet, but he will catch us at some point. He's fluctuating between 2 seconds and like 1.6 seconds. And that scares me. That's our tyres looking. Okay, so we... Alright, these will last us for the rest of them.
Great stuff. It looked like you made easy work of that target. Let's try and keep that going right through to the end of the race.
Alright, we will do that. As we've got 2 laps to hold on. Mighty Max Verstappen and that Red Bull car. We've got a Mercedes engine. Red Bull's got a Honda.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Thanks, Mark. Verstappen's got unbelievable pace. At this point, Alonso's got some good pace. But it will all come down to just which car wants it more, I guess, and which car is faster. But he is closing that gap now. Look at that. He's making his move. He's put... I don't know how you can put the foot down when you're going really flat out. But he is gaining on us. For the first time all race, it is under a second the time difference. And it's gone back up. We are starting to pull away from him again. And this is all what we need to do, Chad. We need to keep him at least 1 second behind us so we can pull off the win. We've got 2 laps. We've got to hold him off for as long as possible. 1 lap to go after this. We're on the second last lap. Max will definitely try to make his move on this lap to get around us. If not, he'll do it on the last. We have to hold on. Not make any mistakes. and keep him at least 1 second away from us. Can we do it? Who fucking knows? You're about to find out. It's do or die. Are we gonna do or are we gonna die? Will we win or will we come second? We're pulling. His quarterback is gonna say we're actually pulling away. We're still technically pulling away from him. Yeah, he's definitely driving that like a bat out of hell. Here we go, Chad. We've got 1 lap to go. We can hold. Can we hold Verstappen off? He is right there. He's been on our tail for the last 3 laps. He's gone back to 2 seconds. But we've seen how easily he can change that and claw it back down to 1. Max is incredibly terrifying in this game.
Okay, you've just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Thanks, Mark. Here we go. We've got to hold Verstappen off like no tomorrow. This is our 1 chance. We're in front of the Dutchman. We can't let him get in front of us, or we'll never catch him. Here we go. Push, push, push. Fast, fast, fast. Activate the battery. We're on the straight. Let's go. Extra power. Hit 8th gear. If there's an 8th gear. Yep, there we go. Push, 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 push. Activating the power. The battery. We're draining the damn battery to get us up here. We're draining the battery. We're draining it. It's the last lap. We've got to drain it. We've got to get in front of Max. He has kept us humble for the last so many laps. But it looks like Alonso is going to get the victory. Or will Max get us at the last? He might make his move here. Nope, we've got it. It is ours.
Absolutely awesome. Just amazing, mate. Well done.
And Alonso has clinched first. Nico Hulkenberg with driver of the day. That is amazing, Hulk. Good work.
Here comes the checkered flag. All eyes on the car approaching. Your winner today, Fernando Alonso.
And we have done it. Yes.
Well,
I'm
they
so
kept
glad.
us guessing during pre-season testing. We all wondered who it was going to be, and to have them draw
That's not
out here
Max.
today, that they are the ones to beat, just goes to show that all the work they put in has really counted.
Was that Leclerc or Hamilton? Pretty sure it was Leclerc. We'll find out in a second.
It's time for our podium celebrations. And as ever in Formula One, 3 is the magic number. And it's
There's
Fernando
Max.
Alonso who makes that familiar walk to the very top spot.
Fernando, Mr. Verstappen, and Charles Leclerc, I'm pretty sure that's third. Well, he's not Hamilton, so it has to be Leclerc. It is Leclerc. And we've done it for Fernando. We've got him the win. I'm just going to skip that shit.
And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Stroll for 30. Alright, where? Hayes is where is Pierce DNF, that's right. So, what happened to Pierce? Mechanical failure, oh buddy. Alright, so we're just going to advance that. And that's everything for this stream. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Thank you.